Hey, Pastor Larry here. I want to talk to you about how the spiritual trumps the physical. Now, as a child of God, it can be very difficult to wrap my mind around the fact that how I feel is not nearly as important as what is real to God. You see, what is real to me or what is physical in my life seems very real to me, but God, who is a spirit, views what is real in my life so very differently than I do. Jesus had forsaken the physical needs of his body for 40 days and that he kept himself from eating. He was bringing the physical into subjection to the spiritual. So when Satan came to tempt Christ, his lure was the physical need. Christ's answer was, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. That was a reference to God's word. Jesus was showing his own flesh, Satan, and us that our physical needs are not more important than our spiritual needs. Today, would you consider allowing your physical needs to be trumped by your spiritual needs? Now, listen, I'm not saying let's start a 40-day fast, but no, let's start by making your time spent in God's word the priority over your need to feed you. In whatever way it is you feed your flesh. Spend some time in prayer and in the word, allowing God to feed that spiritual being he has given you so you might see some victory over that physical being that gets in the way of honoring Christ. It doesn't have to be a food thing. Just think about replacing something you think you have to have with something God knows you have to have. Let that simmer for a minute.